Hi, welcome to today's Simanim coaching session. We're going to review the Simanim we've done up until now from Daf Beis all the way through Daf Tes. And the key with Simanim is to keep practicing, not just to come up with a good hint and to enjoy the hint, but you got to practice the Simanim, get them down pat, so they're like the ABCs, because once you got them down fluently, there's no pain and it's only gain. You can keep moving forward and you'll be amazed how easy it is. Just like to whip through the ABCs, you'll be able to whip through a tremendous amount of Simanim and keep your mind in many dapim. So that's the goal. So let's review what we've done up until now. And when I review Simanim, initially especially, you review with the hints, because the hints are what's going to help us key in the information. We want to find something that's what we're going to try to retain. Okay, so let's go. Here we go. First we're going to review them, and then I'll ask you some questions. Okay, here goes. So Daf Beis, we said, is a house. So we have the Kohen and the Ani going to the house to say Kriya Shema Ba'arvis, Kriya Shema Ba'arvis, and we have the Ani and the Kohen. Good. Daf Gimel is a Gamal, a camel. So he said we had a camel dressed up as a guard, like a mishmar. So those are the mishmaros in terms of Rabbi Elazar's shita of the night watchers of the evening. And then we had the idea of David HaMelech waking up. Now I'm going to add into the simon, I thought about it, a harp. Imagine the Gamal playing a harp dressed up in a guard's uniform, because that harp basically keys us into the whole sugya of David HaMelech waking up at night. So it's the camel guard with his harp. Okay, Dav Dalet is the door. It's the palace door. You open it up and it's David HaMelech saying, Shamar Nafshi ki chasid ani am chasid. And behind him is this huge clock about to strike Chatzos. Everybody's running to try to say Kriya Shema before Chatzos, the Chachamim Shita. Then we have Daf Hay, that's a haystack. So we have Kriya Shema al Mita on a bed of hay, which is very painful, and therefore that's Yisurin. Daf Vav with sticks. So we have beating off the Mazikim with sticks as people are running into shul to daven and be there on time like they are every day. And I'm going to throw into the simon the people are running into shul wearing their tefillin. So you can remember also the sugya of the fact that Kodesh Baruch Hu wears tefillin and what the parshios are in his tefillin. So people running in with their tefillin. Dav Zayin is a gun, so people guarding the base of Migdash with plenty of guns, because the Kodesh Baruch Hu is davening, so to speak, inside his tefillah. And then people are coming in from the outside, they're trying to ask their questions. So one of them is Tzadik Varalo. Right, that's one. But I'll throw in another question in terms of Hashem getting angry, when does that happen? So there's other questions that people are trying to ask as well. Daf Ches is a menorah, so we have that wedding with all these menorahs lit. And under the chuppah you have the, it's a little bit hot in here, that's why I'm schwitzing. You have the kala, right, the matzah shematzah tov, under the chuppah with her chassan, who's holding a chumash, because he's the Shnai Mikra Ve'echad Targum. I'm also going to throw in, on the other hand, he's holding a Shulchan Aruch, because the Dalad Amos of Halacha are also on that daf. So he's holding a chumash and a Shulchan Aruch. And Daf Tes, today's daf, which I put up in the post description, Tes is a teapot, because it looks like a teapot, sort of, and it sounds teapot. So you have the sugya of chipazon, in terms of Rabban Gamliel Shita, explaining the idea that really things go all the way until the morning. So we have the question in terms of when was Shas chipazon in Mitzrayim, in terms of the eating the Karban Pesach and so on. And we have the, on the Amud Beis, Kriya Shema in the morning. So we have the simon of Tchelos Ben Tchelos Lavan in terms of the Tanakama. So the simon is everybody sitting around in Mitzrayim by that Seder, B'Shas Chipazon, the Mitzrayim are outside trying to rush them out. And meanwhile, the Yidden are in there calmly pouring tea to one of these beautiful blue and white teapots. Okay, that's Daf Tes. Okay, those are the Simanim. Again, excuse me, it's just hot in here. It's a hot day here in Passaic, New Jersey. And here we go with a few questions. Okay, I'm going to go a little more slowly so you can have time to try to put this, come up with the simon. Here goes. So where do we have the sugya of the Mishmaros? Rabbi Elazar Shita in terms of the Mishmaros. What daf was that on? That's on Daf Gimel. Great. Where do we have the whole sugya of Yisurin and Yisurin Shel Alva? What daf was that on? That's on Daf Hey. Great. Where do we have the issue of whether the shear of a Kohen and his Achilas Truma and an Ani, whether the same or not? That's on which daf? Daf Beis, right? I'm a base. Good. Where do we have the sugya of Kodesh Baruch Hu davening, his own tefillah, and Rabbi Shmuel and Elisha's bracha, Berachos Hedia? What daf was that on? That's on Daf Zayin. Terrific. Where do we have the issue in terms of chatzos, the Chacham Mishita of chatzos, that people have to say Kriya Shema before that time, They might be inclined to get home, eat, and then have a shluf, and then later on get up. We don't want that. What daf was that on? That's on daf Dalet. Great. Where do we have the discussion of Tzadik V'Ralo? Tzadik V'Ralo. That's on daf Zayin, right? Guarding the guns, people trying to answer questions. Where do we have the Mishnah, the second Mishnah of Kriya Shema B'Shachris? Where's that? That's on daf Test, today's daf. Great. Where do we have David Melch waking up in the morning with the Kinor? Right? What daf was that on? That's on daf Gimel. Great. Where do you have Kriya Shema Amita? What daf was that on? That's on daf Hey. Terrific. What about the Mazikin? Where we learned about Mazikin and how many there are and how we're affected, how they wear clothing of Talmidei Chachamim and so on. That's on daf Vav. Terrific. And where do we have the Malchokas in terms of Shas Chipazon, how we calculate that, whether it's by the Mitzvah or by Klal Yisrael? That's on daf Tes. And where do we have the whole importance of Shnai Mikra Echad Targum? Where are we going to find that in Masechet Berachos? That's on daf Ches. Good. And how about, let's see here. Oh, what about the importance of going to shul? If someone goes to shul daily and then they don't show up because Baruch Hu asks about them, where's that? That's on daf Vav. Great. That's the idea. So I posted that these simanim from daf Beis to daf Tes, you should be able to easily review them. My goal is for you to practice them until they're easy for you to review within a minute. It should be glot. You should just be able to breeze through them. That's what we want to get to. It should be glot, because then it's easy to review, they're fun to review, and then you'll see it won't be adding so much time every week to doing our chazor on simanim. Okay, Zav from Gold, wishing you a great day, great learning, and great Shabbos. Have a good Shabbos. Bye.